Holy Roman Empire is famously described as not holy, not Roman, and not really an empire, yet it somehow survived for over 1,000 years. So how did one of the most confusing political systems in history last longer than most actual empires? It all begins with a dream of reviving Rome. In the year 800, Charlemagne, king of the Franks, was crowned emperor of the Romans by the Pope. The message was clear. The Western Roman Empire was back, now Christian, and blessed by God. Unfortunately, Charlemagne's empire fell apart almost immediately after his death. The title faded and the dream went quiet. Until 962, when Otto III, king of Germany, revived it. This moment is usually considered the real beginning of the Holy Roman Empire. The basic deal was simple. The emperor would protect the church, and the church would give the emperor divine legitimacy. This partnership did not last peacefully for very long. One of the empire's first major problems was deciding who had the authority to appoint bishops, the emperor or the pope. This disagreement exploded into the investiture controversy, which involved excommunications, civil wars, and the emperor Henry IV famously standing barefoot in the snow to beg the pope for forgiveness. The outcome weakened imperial authority and strengthened local rulers, a pattern that would define the empire forever. Because the Holy Roman Empire wasn't a single country, it was a patchwork of hundreds of territories, duchies, bishoprics, kingdoms, and free cities. Each had its own laws, armies, and rulers. The emperor technically ruled them all, but in practice had to negotiate constantly. Power was decentralized to an extreme degree. By the late Middle Ages, emperors weren't even hereditary anymore. They were elected. The Golden Bull of 1356 formalized this system by establishing 7 prince-electors who chose the emperor. This made succession more orderly, but it also ensured the empire would never become centralized or unified. From 1438 onward, the imperial throne was dominated almost entirely by one family, the Habsburgs. Based in Austria, they married into royal families across Europe and kept the Holy Roman Empire alive for centuries. But even they couldn't control it. By this point, the empire functioned less like a state and more like a legal framework holding together semi-independent regions. Then came the Reformation. In 1517, Martin Luther challenged the Catholic Church, and the empire split along religious lines. Protestant and Catholic states clashed repeatedly, culminating in the devastating 30 Years' War. When it ended in 1648 with the Peace of Westphalia, the emperor was reduced to a largely symbolic role. The member states were now effectively sovereign. After that, the Holy Roman Empire survived mostly out of habit. It still had laws, courts, and assemblies, but no unified army, economy, or political authority. By the early 1800s, it existed more on paper than in reality. When Napoleon defeated Austria and